Hey friends, Happy New Year. Hope you all had a great, safe, and happy New Year's Eve last night. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. Ours was busy, chaotic, but good. My son was home for 12 days from college, so that was good. Kind of, stressful when you're used to having your house to yourself, but it was still good to have him home. And he left this morning to head back to school. He's in his senior year at college, so he's headed back to Ohio. I'm home alone today, day off. Hubby's working. It's just me and the dog, so hence the ponytail. Um, I just wanted to share some tidbits with you all. Some of you have been messaging me or posting in the groups about, what am I doing wrong? How can I make this business work for me better? Um, I feel like I've exhausted everything. So I just wanted to go over a few things. I was brainstorming this morning, wrote a bunch of stuff down. I'm going to try my very best to stay on topic because sometimes I tend to get off topic. So without further ado, oh, and FYI, I've already recorded this twice now. Twice now. Third time's a charm, right? The first time I did it, it deleted. The second time I just did it, I accidentally hit the stop button and only got like 5 minutes. So I'm not touching any buttons on my screen until I'm all completely done. Anyway, so number one, are you posting every single day? Are you posting something to do with It Works and your business every single day? You don't have to post 500 times a day. You don't even have to post something with It Works 5 times a day. But you need to post something every single day. Otherwise, people aren't going to know you're open for business. If you only post something once every 10 days, people aren't going to have belief in what you're doing because they're going to feel like you don't believe in what you're doing. Does Walmart close its doors, for 10 days and then expect to be, successful? No, they're open every single day. So posting is how you show that you're open every single day. You need to post before and after pictures. Not all the time, not even every day, but those really do work. And if you go to Pinterest, or if you go to group pages, especially the Goal Diggers page, in the photos and albums, there's a ton of great before and after pictures in there. Pinterest has a lot of those new pictures that are done with the Unfold app, which makes really pretty before and after pictures with wording and stuff, or you can create your own, especially if you have your own results. So don't feel like you have to use just the generic It Works ones. Just make sure that they're legitimate pictures. You want to post about products, don't just post, how do I say it? Post the benefits of the product. Don't just post, oh, you're going to get 52 fruits and veggies. Post that it's going to help with migraines. Post that it's going to, keep you fuller longer. Post that it's going to detox your system and help your digestive tract, things like that. You want to post the benefits and what the product can do for them, not just post the bullet points from the information sheet. You want to post about the opportunity. You want to post about the lifestyle. Post pictures of you using the product. I know myself, I'm a big keto coffee person. I post something about my keto coffee almost every single day because that's something that I use every day and I believe in it. As far as what the business has done for you, post things that are relatable to people on your newsfeed. Things like, I sold a wrap today and filled my car with gas, or I made enough of my commission check to take my hubby away for the weekend for an impromptu date weekend. I just got keto cash by selling 5 packets of keto coffee, and now I can go to the movies tonight. Things that are relatable. You don't want to be posting, that this ambassador over here went to Tahiti 5 times, because people on your friends list can't relate to that. That seems like so unreachable. They want to see what this business can do for them right now, today, if they were to join you. And, $25 in wrap cash or keto cash, or, making a $200 commission check. Those are things that people can relate to. $200 would pay my electric bill and my cell phone bill, and I wouldn't have to take it out of my paycheck money. People can relate to that. They can relate to being able to go buy diapers or go buy groceries and have it not stretch their budget to the limit. So those kinds of things, post about what they're doing for you. If you haven't made a paycheck yet, post about what the products have done for you. That the greens have helped with, your migraines. The collagens helped with being able to sleep. The keto coffee has helped you lose weight. The wraps have helped your skin. The skincare products have make you feel younger and, you know, better for your skin. Post about those kinds of things as well. But also keep your page real. Be yourself. Don't change how you post. Just include this stuff in your posts. Follow other people, other leaders, and you know, you can get tips and ideas from their posts, but don't just copy and paste. Make it your own, make it personal, use your own pictures, your own type of wording, so that people still know it's you and they can relate to you and know that you're not trying to be somebody else. Make interactive posts. Interactive posts can be things like, what kind of pizza do you like, cheese or pepperoni? And the people will start commenting, and you'll want to go through and either like or comment back to every single person. And what that does is it builds exposure and builds people up that are watching your feed. As they start commenting, then they're going to start seeing you in their newsfeed more often. It helps to build relationships with people as well. So are you posting every day, and are your posts interactive, positive, and enthusiastic? Are your posts interactive? Okay. Are you adding new people to your network? So if you're still got the same 300 people on Facebook that you've had for the last 10 years, those are the only people you're going to reach. You need to be expanding your network. You need to go to your friends that you have on Facebook and start adding some of their friends. And if they message you and say, hey, how do I know you? Be like, oh, well, you're friends with so-and-so, and I saw a picture of you and your kid, and I just thought it was really cool. You don't have to say, oh, I'm adding you because I want you for my It Works. Don't do that at all, because they're going to know. They're going to feel like they're being sold to. They're going to feel like they're being attacked. You don't want to do that. Add to your network. Build genuine relationships with people. When I add people, just like if I go through and I do the, you know, Facebook puts the people up that they think you'd be, you know, interested in. I add them. If they accept my friend request, I wait a few days. I write their name down in my list, and I wait a few days, and then I go to their page and I start liking and commenting on their stuff. You know, I'll go through their pictures, start interacting on their page, and then they're going to see that you're interacting, and they're going to eventually start coming and interacting on your page, and they're going to start seeing your posts. And if they're interested, they're going to start interacting on that stuff that they're interested in. You know, get yourself into different groups, whether it's, you know, groups on Facebook, you know, knitting groups, dog groups, mommy groups, wine groups, sliding, you know, jeeping groups. I'm in a ton of jeeping groups because that's something that we're interested in. And dog mom groups. Don't go in there and start, you know, blasting them with your at work stuff, because that's a good way to get you kicked out of the group. But just start interacting with people. Make genuine friends with those people so that they want to add you as a friend outside of the group. So you're always wanting to build relationships and add new people to your network. And the only way to do that is to add people to your network. So you can do that both in Facebook and Instagram. Instagram, I think you can add like up to 100 or 200 people a day. And, you know, obviously you want them to follow you back. Instagram's a whole nother animal, though. And I know Jenny and Kara Heinzler have some great videos for Instagram. So I'm not going to go too deep into that. Just, you know, the more you interact with people on your Facebook, the more it boosts your algorithm for them to start seeing stuff on your Facebook as well. And that's how you build a following of people that are seeing your stuff. If you're adding people through Hostapost, which, by the way, Hostapost is the bomb. You might have 50 Hostaposts and only get 6 or 7 that are really doing well. That's fine, because those 6 or 7, I really was thinking 6 or 7. Those 6 or 7 could get you your new distributor, could get you 10 loyal customers, you know. But you're adding those people to your network, and who's to say 6 months from now, one of those people might decide they want to buy, or they might decide they want to join the business. So don't feel like because something didn't happen in the first week that you did a Hostapost that it's a fail, because it's not. I have people that I did Hostapost with back in April that just decided to order last week. You know, they've been following me. We've been talking through messaging or interacting on each other's Facebook posts, and they just decided that it was their time. Sometimes it takes, you know, that long for people to believe. So always be adding to your network. Let's see. Are you tuning in to team calls? Are you tuning into corporate calls? Are you tuning into Zooms? Are you tuning into videos on YouTube for inspiration and training? Every Sunday night we have a family call. It's 10 p.m. Eastern time, which I know is late. It's late for me too because I have to work on Mondays. But it's done live on Mark's Pentecost Facebook page. So you can go back and watch it Monday morning, which is typically what I end up doing if I'm not able to stay awake. I will, when I'm getting ready Monday morning, I'll turn on the live and I'll listen to it while I'm getting ready for work. You should always be tuning into that in one way or another, whether at the live time or the next day. That's where you're going to get all of your information about new products, new promos, what's going on in the company. On Monday nights, Pam Souter has the Show Me the Money call. That's at 9 p.m. That is also live on her Facebook page. And that's where she takes 3 or 4 different top leaders and talks to them about, how they started their business, what they're doing, how they got to where they are, and they give, tips and advice to you. I mean, these are people that have been successful with the business, so it makes sense to listen to them, and it gives you good inspiration. So those are 2 non-negotiables that you should be tuning into or following every single week. We have team calls with Allie and Jenny quite often. They always post about them in either the Gold Diggers or in the Healthy Hope Broker page. You should be tuning into them when you can. If 9 times out of 10, those meetings are done on Zoom and they're recorded, and they'll share the recording later. So if the schedule doesn't work, like if it's 9:30 at night and you just can't stay up that late, catch the recording. Make sure that you're following up and catching that recording later. Tuning in just keeps you up to date on everything. It keeps you in the know of what's going on. And the team meetings that we have, these leaders aren't doing this just because they feel like they have nothing better to do. They're doing it because they want to give you the help. They want to pour into you. They want you to be successful because it's a reflection of them as well. Yes, this is our own business. Yes, you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. We are a team mentality, one team, one mission, and we are all there to support each other. So make sure you're tuning into them as best you can. Make it a point. Put the Show Me the Money call and the family call on your calendar so you're tuning into them every week. And stay in touch with your leaders and with your team. Are you doing personal development? So personal development could be books. It could be podcasts. It can be YouTube videos. Whatever your form of personal development is, that works for you. I like to read, and I love podcasts. I can listen to them on my way to work right in my car, just Bluetooth it with my phone, and I listen to them on the way to work and on the way home. I have like a 30-minute drive. Some of the podcasts I listen to that are my favorite is Cami Pentecost, Pam Souter, Rachel Hollis, and Denise Walsh. Those are the 4 that I have continuously. I'm always choosing one of them to listen to. The Pam Souter ones right now are my favorite. I'm always waiting for her to upload a new one so I can get it going. I love the way she says stuff. I love how real she is and how down to earth she is. So do personal development. It's going to help with your mindset. It's going to help with, your self-confidence and eliminating like self-doubt. So those are some really good things to try to get into. I just posted in the group pages looking for a list of personal development books. There are a ton of them out there. Some that I have read is Beach Money, The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Absolutely my favorite book by far. I've read it 3 times already. Chase the Lion. It's not a network marketing book, but it is definitely a great mind investment book. It's kind of spiritual. It's religious. It's, it has a lot of religious stuff in it. But the undertone of it, or the overall tone of it, I should say, is just about believing in yourself, dreaming bigger, don't limit your dreams. And that's another book I've read 2 or 3 times, and I'll probably read it again. It always helps me get out of that mind funk when I get there. A couple other people to follow, either on Facebook or on YouTube, that are really fantastic is Mary Beth Dodd, Aspen Emery, Jade Hooper. Jade Hooper is an Ambassador Diamond, and she is such a tell it like it is person. I absolutely love her stuff. Not only does she crack me up, but she's so real. I was listening to one today, and she like belched right in the middle of it. And it lets you know that, yeah, she's, a millionaire, but she's still very real. She's just like the rest of us. Um, but I love how she tells stuff. She doesn't hold anything back. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. And she really puts it out there and puts her heart out there. So she's a great one to watch on YouTube as well. Let's see. Are you using the products, and do you believe in the products that you're using? So I run my auto ship every single month because, one, I want to be commission qualified every month. I never want to miss a check. And two, I love the products. If I don't have them and if I'm not using them, how do I expect other people to believe in me and believe in what I'm trying to share with them? My things every single day: keto coffee, chocolate greens, collagen, HSN, and the entire skincare line every single day, religiously, without fail. And I can talk about them all day long. I post about using them every single day, one way, shape, or form, because I believe in them, because I love what they've done for me, and I know that they can do the same for others. So don't feel like you have to know about every single product. I mean, we have 40-something products out there, but you have access to all of the information from those products in your eSuite under Documents. So if you have customers that are interested in something that you haven't used, you can still answer their questions because all of the information is right there at your fingertips. There's nothing you can't find in eSuite about a product. Everything is right there. Blitzing. So blitzing is something I need to work on myself. It's scary. It's something that I've always struggled with since I started. But for some people, if you're super social, like if you're in line at the grocery store and you talk to the people around you and talk to the clerk and, make conversation, it should be super easy to pull out that Blitz card and be like, here, have you heard of this? And hand it over to them. Get them to add you on Facebook right then and there. I've done it a few times. It is super scary. It's way out of my comfort zone. And I have had some people contact me from it. Lots of times I haven't, but it doesn't mean that it's not impossible. That it's impossible, because it certainly isn't. Some people like, what's her name? Melody McFarlane. I mean, she built her business on blitzing. So don't be, always have them in your purse, either a Blitz card or a business card. I have both. I ordered business cards through Vistaprint. So I always have both on hand. It has your information on it, your website, boom, right there and there. So, try blitzing if it's something that you're comfortable with. Online parties, going live. The online parties, I've had quite a few over the last 3 years. The ones that have been good have been insanely good, like can't even keep up. They're so good. And then I've had some duds, which happens. But no matter how it ends up at the end, you're still adding to your network. And those people that may not have ordered through the party may eventually order later on, just like with Host to Post. I mean, just because they're not ordering or jumping in right then and there doesn't mean they're not interested. It just means they need a little more time to be confident enough and to believe in what you're trying to share with them to make that leap. But stay in contact with them, build a relationship with them, interact on their posts so that they're interacting on yours, and just don't be afraid to add people. I skipped over one back up here. How many people are you messaging every single day? 5, 10, 0? Posting is great, but posting is not asking. The only way you're going to ask people about products or the business is to physically ask them, either in a message by typing it, you can voice message, or calling people on the phone. We still have access to do that. I know most people don't anymore. Everything's all electronic, but you can still pick up the phone and call people. But if you're not messaging, 25, 30 people a day, then how do you expect anybody to answer you back? How do you think people are going to know what there is out there if you're not letting them know in a message to them so that they feel like it's personal to them? I send out, some days I send out 25 or 30 messages. Some days I'll sit down and I'll have a blitz messaging day where I send out 200 messages. I have like 3 or 4 different ones saved in my notes, and I copy and paste and I switch them up so that I'm getting all those messages sent out. And out of those 50 to 100 messages, I might get 5 responses. Or I might get 20 no's and a whole bunch of unread messages. That's okay. Because maybe that just wasn't their day. But the messages are out there. Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't ask, then the answer is always no. Always. Send those messages. Send messages out every single day. Even if they are no's, just be like, okay, whenever you're ready, or I'll reach out to you again later, whatever. But you have to message people every single day. If you're not messaging, then you're not really getting any work done. I don't know how else to say it without sounding rude. I'm not trying to be in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to be real and practical here, that you have to be willing to send out those messages, whether they all come back as no's or unread for that day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ask 50 different people the next day. It took me a long time to not take it personal. I'd be like, oh man, what the heck? I thought they were my friend. They can't even answer me back. And I'd get very defeated feeling. But then I made new friends. Then I started with Host a Post, and I added 200 new people to my Facebook. And I'm interacting with them. Maybe they're not buying yet, but they're messaging me. They're responding. Or they're liking my posts and just saying, I'm just not ready yet. I don't have the money yet, blah, blah, blah. So those people that I sent 20 messages to before that never responded, you know what I do at that point? I take them off my list, because it's no longer a productive thing. They're no longer worth my time. And I don't mean that negatively either, but if you keep messaging somebody that repeatedly isn't even responding with even a no, then at some point you just have to say, okay, done. Take them off your list. Move on. Add new people to your list. You don't want to waste your time messaging people that aren't even going to respond eventually. Does that make sense? So make sure you're messaging. Power hours are great. They don't have to be a whole hour, and you don't have to be doing them on a Zoom when other leaders are doing it. You can do a power hour. You can do a power 30 minutes. You can do a power 15 minutes. Set your timer. Make a list of like 3 or 4 things you're going to do. Do each thing for 5 minutes, and then you're done. It's a focused set of time. 5 minutes of just going through and interacting on Facebook. 5 minutes of going through and adding new people to Facebook. 5 minutes of going through and sending out messages. Boom, done. 15 minutes. You've just completed 3 tasks. No distractions, no interruptions. Just think what you can do in a half an hour or an hour. Make it specific tasks. Set that time aside for yourself and just get it done. Like I said, you don't have to do it when the other leaders are doing it at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Pick your best work time and set that time aside, even if you have to go lock yourself in the bathroom for 15 minutes to be undistracted, and just focus and do it. Okay, so I need to go. I should have started with this a little bit, but that's okay. This business is for anyone. It's not for everyone. And I totally get that. But some reason, somewhere along the line, you decided you wanted to give it a try. Something out there clicked in your brain that you said, I want to give this a try. What's that reason? What's your why? What made you say, yes, I want to try this business? Figure out what your why is and make it something so big that it makes you almost want to cry. Make it something so big that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. That you're willing to put in the time, to put in the effort, to put in the sacrifice to achieve that why. Whether it's a financial goal, it's a lifestyle changing goal, whatever it is, figure out what your why is. That's what you're working for. If your why is you need to make that extra $500 a month, write it down. And if that's what your goal is to achieve, then write the plan, the steps that you need to do to make that $500 a month. If your plan is to make $2,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, write it down. But make it your why. Make it your goal. This business is whatever you want it to be. Some people are okay with making $200 a month. That's what they need. That's what they joined for. That's the amount of effort they're willing to put in. And that's okay. It's your business. It's your business to run your way and to get out of it what you want. But just remember, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. Nobody can do it for you. I can give you tips. I can talk to you till I'm blue in the face. I can give you every YouTube video, every document out there, every self-development book out there. You have to do it for yourself and for your goals and for your why. We're here for you. I'm here for you. I want you to succeed. But at the end of the day, it's your business. It's your decision of how you're going to run it and where you want to go with it. Does that make sense? You know, for me, when I first started, my why has changed a lot since I first started. I originally started just because I just wanted to make enough to buy my wraps. It was the only product I had tried as a customer, and they had a deal going on at the time to join. I'm like, well, I just want to join just to make enough to buy my wraps. And then the longer I was in, the more I started seeing a longer term vision of that. I started seeing more money in my paycheck. I'm like, oh, well, if I can make this much this month by doing a little bit of effort, then I can make this much next month by doing 2 times that effort and then 10 times that effort. And I've gone up and down. Believe me, it took me 2.5 years to go diamond. That's a big gap. You know, some people are fortunate and they're able to go, you know, ambassador in 6 months. Good for them. I'm not them. That's not how I worked my business. That wasn't my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal was to make $500 a month. And I finally am doing that. It took me 2.5 years, but I'm finally doing that. And that's a great feeling. But I'm not ready to settle for that. You know what I mean? I want more. And I slacked off last month. That's all on me. I slacked off. I had a lot going on personally, mentally, just the holidays. I slacked off, and I know my paycheck's not going to be $500 this month. And I'm okay with it because I know I didn't work hard enough for it, but I'm not okay with it because I know I can do better. And that's what I'm going to do. So you need to decide what you want out of this business, what your why is as to why you started, and then you can decide how to move forward with achieving that goal and those whys. Okay, I have talked more than enough. You're probably ready to reach through the screen and strangle me, and that's okay too. Hopefully you're not, but that's okay. I get it. If you have any questions anytime, I am always available. This phone pretty much never leaves my side. It may not always be in my hand, but it is always right beside me. You can call me, you can text me, you can Facebook me, whatever you want to do. We can set up and, you know, have coffee someday. I'm pretty much pretty flexible with my time. I'm an empty nester, so I don't have to worry about kids and football and baseball and all that stuff. It's just me and the hubby and the dogs here. Our group pages, Goal Diggers and Healthy Hope Brokers, are amazing pages and tools for you to use. The website, our eSuite, has everything in there that you need. Make sure you're following some of these top people. I'll say them again: Denise Walsh, Mary Beth Dodd, Aspen Emery, Jade Hooper, Mel Robbins, Rachel Hollis, Pam Souter, Cami Pentecost. Make sure you have Mark Pentecost, our CEO, that you're following on Facebook. Some of the books that I've read: 5 Second Rule, Beach Money, Chase the Lion. Some other books that are really good: Girl Wash Your Face, Beach Money. Whoops, I already said that. You Are a Badass. You Are a Badass at Making Money. Chase the Lion. TED Talks on YouTube. Absolutely amazing. I love listening to those people. You never know who you're going to see in his stuff, but they all have so much good stuff to put out there. And I try to listen to a couple videos of his stuff once or twice a week. But I'm here. Our leaders are here for you. Whatever it is you need, if there's anything else I can do to help, please reach out to me and let me know. I'm happy to do so. And I just want to see you succeed and get what you want out of this business. So I hope you all have a great day. Talk to you later.